Hello, hello.
Hello, hello.
What's going on, man?
Nothing. How was your Father's Day?
It was good. It was
Yeah,
good. Yeah, you know me. I got a lot of kids, so
you
it's
do, and grandkids and everything. You must have had a whole army of folks hanging out with you.
yeah. So I mean, the kids, the grandkids. It was fun. Haley's. Hello to everybody. I see everybody popping in here. Haley's youngest, Vivian. I took her for her first jet ski ride.
Ooh, there you go.
So I mean, it's fun times. Yeah.
That is fun. That is
Yeah.
fun. Hey, listen, I have a bit of a bone to pick with you though.
What's up?
So the thumbnail for this broadcast, it says, "Ask us anything. Nothing is off the table." I'm not so sure. I'm willing to go down some of those roads. Are you really saying that nothing is off the table?
Boxers a breeze, or, I don't care. The thing is, I mean, I don't know. It's yeah. Well, I'll answer questions. Been pretty transparent with everything so far. So
Yeah, no, it's well. I mean, I suppose if we keep it into that realm, certainly. But
well,
I'm just
yeah,
worried
I'll
about.
answer whatever questions. It's
Um,
well, thank you so. What the heck just happened? That
oh,
was weird.
Diane, thank you for starting us out there. Very
Yeah,
nice.
hang on one sec. Yeah, thank you, Diane. Means a lot. I got to click on the right thing. We have Erin helping us out tonight, so
Yay, Aaron.
she's gonna be handling some of the comments and stuff. So, but anyways, yeah. So Ross, Jason, JV, if you could investigate the Warrens or Hans Holzer, who would you choose? If you could,
Investigate with either the
I would
Warrens.
do Hans. I would do Hans.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah.
that's what I said too. I answered it in the chat there. Yeah, I think Holzer was had a little more. I always want to tiptoe around this a little bit, but I think he had a little more integrity, and I think that would serve us better, either of us individually, but also him. So yeah, definitely Holzer.
And Tracy said, let me show that again. Are you still with TAPS? Yes, TAPS, the Atlantic Paranormal Society. You can check out the website. Yeah, we're still up and running. We got TAPS family groups all over the world. Like 70. I mean, geez, we've got a lot. We've got a lot of groups. I can't even say how many, but yeah, they're all parts of the TAPS family and everything else. So, yep, cranking along with it. Thank you so much, Real Louie. My question is, how was your Father's Day and what did you guys do? I pretty much just fished and hung out.
Nice.
And yeah, I went on a jet ski like twice, but it was crazy out there. So then you go for a pontoon ride, but no,
Was
I
it
didn't.
stormy? Do you have storms?
No, we got storms today though.
Yeah, we got some yesterday. Yeah, I didn't. I played some video games, and that's
Well,
about it.
Jim, that's every
That's every
day,
day.
every day of Jim's life. Yeah.
It's true. I do.
Thank you for the
I do.
999 super chat. Let's see. What happened to Brian Hornwell? Brian is, I think he's living out in New York. I mean, we wish him the best. Just yeah, he moved on. All right, let's see here. Is there a place in Nashville or around Nashville that you still want to investigate? What do you think, Jim? I mean, there's a lot of great places in
Man,
Nashville. I love
yeah.
Tennessee in general.
First of all, Nashville might be my favorite city in the country. And then there's a lot of places that I would just personally love to investigate there because of the roots in country music and just music in general. There's so many cool recording studios where there have been iconic musicians that have spent many, many hours of many, many days in those studios. I don't know, it'd be kind of cool to investigate them. There's obviously some really cool museums like the Johnny Cash Museum and the Country Music Hall of Fame. I bet you they have some items in there that have some kind of connection to people that we've lost that might have some kind of activity. I know there's a lot of
Talking
places
about
there.
rock legends and people we've lost, and then this question comes in from Kelly.
Oh,
You
geez.
heard from Meat since he passed. I have not. I'm still in very, very close contact with his wife, Deb, and his daughters. But no, I haven't. So hope I do. But then again, time might be very different
That's the
for
thing.
him than it is for us right now. So
Yeah.
I'll wait it out. We'll see what happens. All right, let's see. Do you guys have a holy grail place that you'll have to check out? Colosseum in Rome. Everything from there, Jimmy sucks because go ahead.
Well, there, if you start going down that road, though, there's so many cool places from the ancient world. The pyramids. There's, all the monuments that still exist in ancient Greece. There's so many cool places, so many biblical places in the Middle East that would be really cool to check out. And I don't know what happens when you start crossing the line that intensely between paranormal investigating and fooling around in religious sites. I'm not sure if that's something that causes some problems that we don't want. But anyway, they're really cool spiritual places, and I'd love to check out so many of them. And there's so many in the United States I'd like to check out. We wouldn't even have to get on a plane to go see.
Yeah. All right. So, do you miss ghost hunting with the team? Well, I still see the team all the time. So we just investigated a place out in Massachusetts, and it was funny because we went to grab something to eat, and I got a text from Sherry while we were out, and she had stopped by. So we went over, and because I had sent her a text about trying to access a certain area, anyways, that we couldn't. So so she came by. She was there, only what 15, 20 minutes, but still, it was helpful because her abilities came in very helpful to get in tight little areas.
Yes, the basement there was like 4.5 feet tall, and neither Jason nor I could really go down there comfortably and investigate. So we had a volunteer.
You'll be seeing that on an upcoming video. So it's yeah. Anyways, all right. Your opinion on possession that others groups say happens. Well, I can't comment on the other groups, whether it's happening or not, because unless I'm there. But I can say 99.9% of so-called possessions have nothing to do with a possession in the first place. They have to do, and it's always over-religious, over-medicated, self-medicated, under-medicated. There's always, I shouldn't even say over-religious, just overly religious compared to the majority. You never see somebody becoming possessed who's not religious, because it wouldn't make any sense. Like, become possessed by something that you didn't have any belief in the first place.
Yeah, and add to that list the fact that there are some paranormal groups out there looking for attention. And what better way to get attention than say you're dealing with someone who's possessed and put a big video up about it. So just take all that stuff with a grain of salt, maybe 2 grains of salt.
All right, Brian, have you ever seen an apparition that's like looking at you or me, meaning not see-through or transparent? So like a solid? Are we talking like a solid?
So I think what he's saying there is like something that's intelligent. It's actually looking at you, like interacting with you, as opposed to just kind of a ghostly apparition that happens to be in the room and doesn't know you're there.
So, well, yeah, but then that would fall under you. Also, same thing when it comes down to residual type haunts. It's just something moving around. Yeah, I believe I have. So. All right, we're going to have to handle this one. Ready? Thank you for the $9.99 super chat, Chris. JV is stealing my videos. Oh, you know what? All right, well, there you go. We don't have to worry about it anymore. No. Yeah, JV's been trying to get his channel, because he's been focused so much on mine that he's kind of let his channel.
Yeah, I had a warning from YouTube that said if I didn't up my view hours to, you have to have so many view hours in the course of 12 months, a rolling 12-month period, and if you don't have that, you don't qualify to be a YouTube partner. And I'd been a YouTube partner for like 10 years, and of course, I wanted to maintain that status. So we did some re-edits of some investigations that Jason and I did. I did a live investigation 2 nights, put up some other content, and a lot of you jumped on there and helped with the watch hours, and thank you very much, because I think we've surpassed the number we needed.
Now Jimmy's buying a Lamborghini.
I wish. I wish.
Oh, man, I would never. So let's see. Thank you for gifting 5 memberships, John. Greatly appreciated. All right, let's see. JV, your biggest fan, Peanut, is here watching live, finally. She's so happy to see you.
Yeah, so I got a message through Facebook that this little girl, and forgive me, I think her name is Victoria, and forgive me if I got it wrong, because I have forgotten to send you the video you asked for. But apparently, Victoria likes to watch our chats, and she likes my smile. And what better endorsement can you get than from a little, I think she's like 1 or maybe 2 years old. If you're in chat, Kelsey, please correct all of my information here, because I have to go back and do that for you. But I appreciate it. And hello. Hello.
Oh,
It's
that's
so
awesome.
nice. Yeah, it's so sweet.
Well, thank you for the $5 super chat, Holly. Greatly appreciate that. All right, let's see. What is the meaning of life? Oh, geez. I think the meaning of life is all about what you leave after it,
Wow, that's pretty deep.
what you leave behind.
So,
This is coming from somebody who supposedly is a felon. Just saying. But go on.
so what was the last line on Abbey Road from the Beatles? The love you take is equal to the love you make. So it's what you put into it is what you're going to get out of it. So it's kind of the same thing. What was the Monty Python? Remember, did you see the Monty Python Meaning of Life, that movie?
Yes.
I'm trying to remember at the very end, there was kind of a profound scene, but it was so very simplistic that it was like, oh, that kind of put it into context. I just don't remember what it was. So,
I don't either. So,
yeah, maybe somebody in chat will. But I will say this: the meaning of life. You're going to appreciate this, Jay. The meaning of life is rosebud.
Oh God. Yeah, I still I have no idea. But no, honestly, I think the meaning of life is what you've been able to leave behind for everybody. I think that's what it comes down to. So, all right.
It
Does
is.
anything,
It's a legacy thing. I
yeah.
think.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah. Does anything scare you?
Rosebud.
Bats. Bats scare the living shit out of me.
Oh, you know what? I can't share this. If I send you something, can you share it on screen?
Probably.
If I text it to you, can you get it to the screen?
I don't know.
I'm gonna do it because
All right.
I found
Go
the
up.
perfect gift for you.
Thank you for the $2 super chat there, Holly. Let's see here. Well, thank you for the $10 super chat. The Coliseum is cool, but Pompeii. I mean, that'd be interesting. But
That's a bucket list place for me to visit. I've been to Italy a bunch of times, never been to Pompeii, and the more I see, and I knew it was cool, but you see that the people like frozen in time from 2,000 years ago. It's unbelievable.
thank you for the $10 super chat, Scarborough. Are there ideas you had when first investigating that have changed over time, Jason? Like what certain activity means, how equipment works? Well, I think equipment is all trial and error through the times. You learn, what it's good for. Also, you start to learn what could affect it other than paranormal. When it comes down to activity, I mean, there's all different types of activity that we've been seeing, and especially over like the last decade or more, we've been seeing more of a time overlap type haunting, as if they're living a day in their life and a day in ours. I think my outlook on a lot of things, like I just said with possession, has changed from the early days when somebody would just claim you're possessed and you're kind of taking it for what it was until you really started seeing a pattern and following it and realizing things are far from what you think they are. How about you, man?
Yeah, no, I think when it comes to equipment, one of the things you learn really quickly is you can't trust one piece of equipment. You've got to have corroborating pieces of equipment or evidence. And, sometimes out of necessity, we'll use just a REM pod or something during our investigations just because, it's just Jason and I generally, and we don't have a crew and we're trying to manipulate stuff. So we try to keep it simple. But if you're out there doing a very serious, hardcore investigations, don't rely on one piece of equipment. Use a couple of different types of pieces of equipment, because if you get them working together, then you get more confirmation that whatever phenomena you're experiencing is legitimate. The other thing I'll say, I learned also the lengths people will go to fake stuff. I am amazed at how. Now you don't have to be so creative because AI will do a lot of it for you, but you used to have to be really creative, and some people would go out of their way to fake stuff. And I'm like, for what? What's the point of that? I don't get it,
There's a few of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's definitely a few of them. It's correct, Jimmy. Victoria is 15 months old. She started screaming when you said peanut.
Oh, hey, Peanut. So good to have you here. And I
Thank you,
got a
Graham.
video coming for you, I promise.
Frankie Graham, thank you for the $49.99 super chat.
Oh, thank you, Frankie.
So nice of you. Greatly appreciate it. All right. Laura, $5 super chat. Thank you. How many times have you investigated Waverly Hills? Would you ever do it again? I love Waverly Hills. I'd check it out anytime. I meet Tina. She's a sweetheart, and I'd love to get back there and check it out. Actually, I got to send her a text. Things have been a little hectic lately.
Yeah, a little crazy.
But I'll shoot Tina a text.
Little crazy.
We'll go check out Waverly Hills. Hey, there's Keith. Do you think spirits, ghosts, interdimensional beings, aliens, etc., could be one and the same? I don't think that they're one and the same.
I think a couple of those could be. Obviously, I think spirits and ghosts are generally the same. Maybe interdimensional beings. I think aliens are something very, very different. I think the whole Bigfoot discussion is very different. There are people that are trying to lump all this in together and say it is one type of energy just manifesting itself in different ways, and I don't buy that in all these cases.
What's your thoughts on that whole Bigfoot is going through portals now?
Yeah, no, I think they just keep coming up with excuses to explain why technology isn't catching a picture. Or,
Do you remember when we were doing
picture.
Beyond Reality Radio, and there was a lady who called in, and she was telling us how Bigfoot was on her porch every night.
Every night,
And
going
I,
through
I'm
garbage.
like, why haven't you taken a picture?
I know.
Why haven't you've never taken video? You never, really? It's just,
Yeah, not only on her porch every night, but right across the street in the field, there would be like 20 of them playing every night.
So here's a good one. Hang on, I gotta answer this question. Boom. Jason, why are you asking for GoFundMe handouts to buy the Conjuring house when you're a millionaire? You made a fortune off of Ghost Hunters and Taps merchandise, appearances, and books, and everything else. You went through a midlife crisis and started dyeing your hair black. Dude, check it out. It's not black. It's gray. So, let's see. You lost some weight and you started getting spray-on tans. I have no spray-on tans.
He has never done it. Never
about, man? What the? Hang on a second. Look at
Oh my God.
Spray-on tans. All right, let's see. Started buying homes and buying fancy jet boats. I don't own a jet boat, but thank you. Instead of asking for donations, how about selling a couple boats? Yeah, okay. Everything you own and everything that is in your bank account all came from your fan base. You got rich off of people watching your show when the majority of people really were not fans of you because your smart mouth, cocky attitude seemed to be huge fans, man. We're the top watched paranormal show in history. People were fans of the cast. The cast has changed every week. Let's see. You ran so many people off, you own daughters and calling them investigators. All right. So I gotta make this idiot smaller. Hang on. Yeah, and that's what, yeah. So people came and went. People left the show, whether it contract issues that they had with production, had nothing to do with me. Why did I create a GoFundMe? Let's start off with that first question. Could I afford the house on my own? 100%. 100%. There's no question about it. But it was a house that I hadn't had on my bucket list to buy.
You didn't want it. You didn't want it.
There was a plea that was made, and I put something out there for the community, and the community came together. So, Joey, why does it piss you off so bad that people came to help? You know, people came to help. Why does that piss you off so bad that you have to be here insulting, my dyed beard? No, if you look, it's gray, man. Or talking about jet boats. I don't own a jet boat. I own a pontoon boat and a jet ski. If you put them together, you could have a jet boat, but I don't own a jet boat. The funny thing is, you're probably some of the same people who sat there and based my ability to purchase this house off of what you can find online about my net worth and drew that conclusion. And they didn't think that the fight was going to go this long, but the fight can go as long as they want it to. That's the thing, because there's an ending in sight and I see where it's going. And there's all the evidence out there to prove it. So, Joey, before you come in here insulting and just being a dick like you are, at least get your facts straight, man.
Yep.
Don't just take what somebody's telling you online and assume it's real, all because you're a fan. Come on, smarten up, man. Jesus.
The other thing,
my
it's
cocky
really
attitude. I'm not cocky. I'm just straightforward. If that's too much for you, then you got to grow thicker skin, pal.
And the other thing that's important to point out is that everybody who contributed did so willingly, with the ability to get a refund if they did change their mind down the road.
I mean, I was on the phone with GoFundMe today. It's like, whatever.
No one was forced to help in this effort, and people were eager to do it and anxious to do it. In fact, were asking to do it. Joey, I don't know what your opinion is.
Joey, some more attention. Here you go.
I'm a little unsure about how you feel about it, Joey, but my recommendation to you is not to contribute.
All right. See, I'll show whatever comments you want. It doesn't matter. Let's see. Jason JV, have you ever seen solid evidence of poltergeist activity? Why so rare? Well, yeah, I think poltergeist activity is more being manifested by usually children, female children. So, and it starts as quickly as it ends. So
Yeah, and the difficulty to answer that question is, I've seen things move, I've seen things fly across a room. Is that poltergeist activity? It could be a snippet of poltergeist activity, or it could just be, a feisty spirit throwing something across the room. So it's really hard to tell. I have not been in a situation where it's been like, there's been a constant barrage of that type of activity that I could definitely identify as poltergeist. So I have a big question mark for my answer on that one.
Marty, thank you for the $10 super chat. I'm so sorry that Joey's probably going to give you a hard time because of it. All right, let's see. Jason, can you speak more about the trademark Conjuring House? How can they do that? Well, there was a site that popped up after their initial thing was declined, and the site is a carbon copy of the original site, and using images of the Conjuring House and images of the employees of the Conjuring House, the property of the Conjuring House, the house itself, and trying to trademark the name. So, how can they do that? Well, that's what the Trademark Authority will be finding out. So, but our opposition has been accepted. It's moving forward. And the nice thing is that they have like 60 days that they're ordered to respond. And then we move to the next. And it's nice because they did that under a total different LLC, which opened, well, we won't get into what doors that just opened, but let's just say it opened up doors. So it's like, yeah.
I said this in the last time we did live, and I've said it to you basically every day since. At what point should they just say, okay, cut our losses, let's move on. We look like idiots. We're spending money that we probably don't have or shouldn't be spending. We're not going to win. At what point do they just walk away and at least try to have some, if there's any, dignity remaining? I mean, it's ridiculous.
I don't know. It's on them, though. It's like they can end it anytime they want, but there's things that need to be answered for. So bottom line.
Yeah, well, for sure.
Yes. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat there. Sherry, has there ever been an investigation that's left you emotional or emotionally drained? There's been many investigations, especially ones that involve children, families that have lost children and stuff like that. I mean, those are really tough, especially as a father. So, yeah. Let's see. Is there another TV series in the future? I don't know. We'll see. There's been a lot of talks about some stuff recently, and well, not even recently, but yeah, and we've further discussions. So we'll see how it goes. But hey, Pepper Strong, thanks for the $5 super chat. We're doing great. Thank you so much. All right, Justin, thank you for the $5 super chat. You have a great night. Amy, thanks for becoming a member. Let's see. Right. Can I ask your opinion of Ed and Lorraine Warren? I knew Ed and Lorraine when they were alive. I think we looked at things very differently, cases very differently. I think that things are being severely exploited of theirs. So, yeah, I don't think they'd be happy. Or maybe they would. Who knows?
Oh, yeah, maybe they would. And don't believe the Hollywood version of Ed and Lorraine that you see. You should, if you're interested in learning about Ed and Lorraine, you should talk to the people that have worked with them. There are some very high-profile cases and high-profile people that have had experiences with them, and there's some documentaries and stuff that you can find that really get down to the types of relationships that Ed and Lorraine had with those folks and how they would interject themselves into investigations. They may have been the best ghost hunters on the planet. I'm not even judging that. What I'm judging is the way they inserted themselves into some cases that they weren't asked to be in, and they wrote books about them. And
the original investigators of the Conjuring House were Keith and Carl Johnson. Mm-hmm. So, and they got pushed out.
And the original investigator of do you remember the guy's name, Jay, that investigated the Amityville house first and said there was nothing there?
Yeah.
Anyway, he said there was nothing there, and Ed and Lorraine Warren called and said, "Hey, we'll do it." And of course, all of a sudden, there's a demon child, and there's this, and there's that. So, and take it for what it's worth.
Thank you for the $5 super chat. Sword weapons. Did you ever investigate Lad School? Yeah, I did. I investigated there a long time ago. Pretty much the whole property's been torn down, and new things have been built out there, but investigated that a long time ago. I mean, it was a really interesting place. Let's see. Jason, would you do a drawing to have some members of this chat join you in an investigation of the Conjuring House once it's purchased? Very possibly. I mean, this community has been just phenomenal, and I look forward to giving back as well. So can't say too much on it, but we'll see. All right. Till death do us part. Thank you for the 498 super chat. I recently added a Geiger counter to my investigations and found some very odd correlations with EMS spikes when having rhythmic responses. We'll have to talk a little more on that.
Yeah, great idea.
Paranormal Empire. Joey, people fundraise all the time. Calm down. Museums, historical locations, etc. Keep costs down. I lost brain cells. I'll never get back redone. Well, I think another person doing a fundraiser just recently for something else. But I'm the bad guy.
Yeah, you're the bad guy. Yeah.
I'm the bad guy.
Mm-hmm. You and your dyed beard.
Yeah, me and my dyed beard. Look.
It was really smart to dye some of it gray, Jay, so people can't tell.
I try to fit in. It's one thing. I mean, I don't know if he'll ever grow facial hair, that guy, but when you let it get certain length, it goes all wonkies in color. So you got to keep it short. So let's see. All right. Jason, will you be visiting Northern Ireland anytime in the future to investigate? We've been talking with some great folks out there, so it's very possible that we will. I mean, I loved Ireland. I had such an incredible time over there. All right, Andrea, you're a sweetheart. Remember, haters are just jealous of your beautiful heart. Everyone knows it. Well, thank you. And I'm not concerned about it. Honestly, the silliness of the post makes me laugh because every single thing can be shot down, dissected, and I'm pretty good with bringing receipts, so I don't just randomly say crap. I'm going to say something, I'll put it out there. So, all right, let's see. Any plans to come to the Montana in the future? Thank you for the 1999 super chat. Yeah, I mean, we haven't made any specific plans to head out to Montana, but I mean, I'm always interested in checking out locations. So, got anything in Montana you want to check out, Jim?
Well, so I was going to ask because I don't remember, and I visited there. But is Little Bighorn the battlefield? Is that in Montana or Wyoming? It's right on the border there.
I don't know.
And it's a pretty cool site where Custer's last stand took place, and it'd probably be pretty cool to investigate there if you can. I think it's a national park, so I'm not sure you're allowed to, but pretty cool place. And somebody will be able to tell me if it's Montana or Wyoming. I think it's Montana.
Jason, do you know karate? I did martial arts for a long time. Yeah, in my younger years, fought in tournaments for a long time. Yep.
Oh, wait a minute, maybe it's South Dakota, and I'm messing it all up in my head. I went visited there when I was at Sturgis in South Dakota. I don't know. Somebody. It is Montana. Everybody's saying it's Montana. Okay.
Cody and Tori say they're watching from the jet boat. Well, awesome. Where is it?
Is that like Wonder Woman's plane? It's invisible.
Yeah, it must be. Damn you, Joey. Yeah. Let's see. Have you ever investigated for our elementary school? No, I think that's the one Sam and Colby bought. I mean, I'd be interested in checking it out. So, let's see here. Enchanted Rose book. Thank you, longtime fan from the Midwest. Did you investigate the Sally House? And if so, is it really haunted? I don't think we ever investigated the Sally House yet. But it sounds familiar. I mean,
is it in Illinois or Missouri or something like that?
I'm not sure. Let's see. All right, Amy, any places you go to get the urge to fix plumbing issues? I
I've
mean,
been with him on investigations where he's fixing plumbing issues. So
yeah, I
yes,
have.
the answer is yes. Why
I've
you
fixed a
even
lot of.
why are you hesitating to answer? It's
Well,
yes.
I know, but it's yeah. There's a lot. It's funny because we a lot of the places that we go to investigate, I'll fix issues with their plumbing, or I'll fix a running toilet or something for them. So I mean, yeah, I'm a plumber by trade. It's my mind never goes off of that. When I hear a running toilet, it irritates the hell out of me.
The best thing in the world is when he fixes the toilet and then all of a sudden the haunting stops. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's true. Let's see. Oh man, empirical. What's your thoughts on the Estes method since you tried it on your live investigation?
So let me just quickly say two things. One is when I did the Estes method spirit box session during the live, I had a kind of an experience that shook me up a little bit. My birthday's in 2 days, and this was last week, and I heard what I thought somebody say "mom," and then birthday, and it struck me because I started thinking about my mother and the fact that she might be trying to wish me happy birthday. But let me say also this: it's so subjective. It's so much, especially the longer you sit there listening to that noise. You're just like if you look into a dark room long enough, you'll start to see shapes that probably aren't there. When you listen to that noise, you'll start to hear things that your mind is kind of taking out of the noise. And it's, every once in a while you get a clear word and there's some clarity to it, but that's pretty rare. So I don't know what I think. When I did it during the live, it was more as a favor to Mandy, who uses that method when she investigates a lot. But the jury's a little bit out because I have to go back and replay what I was saying versus the question she was asking to see if the correlation is there as she said it was.
All right. Got Andrew Stone Rock, which Andrew did an awesome video breakdown of the trademark thing. So if anybody wants to check it out on YouTube, just look up Andrew Stone Rock. Did a good video, did a lot of things, breaking down some of the information on this whole Conjuring House trademark. So check him out. Andrew, I think we do have plans to head to Ohio at some point. I think that we were just talking about that a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, we were.
I'll let you know. I'll let you know as soon as we find out on that. So let's see. Have you ever had to leave a location not due to paranormal activity, due to the homeowner? So yeah.
Right. The other thing, other couple, like when we investigated Bailey Seaton, there were two things we were concerned with there that we thought would make us leave, and one of them kind of did. One is we thought we were going to run into like homeless people or drug users or something in these buildings because they were wide open in New York City. We didn't run into that. We heard some. Remember, we heard some.
We did,
but we never saw them. And the other thing was, after we're walking around in there, and there was so much asbestos and hazardous materials that we had to leave because of that. That was dangerous.
So Marty asks, how did you two meet? Well, we met on a website called farmersdaughters.com.
Yeah. Well, I'm not going to tell you which was the daughter.
No. Honestly, we met at an event. A long time ago.
Over 20 years ago.
Yeah. So let's see. Thank you for the $1.99.
Then a couple drinks and
a few too many drinks.
A few too many drinks.
And Jimmy realized that he really can't play pool against somebody who can.
Listen. I never pretended I could. I said I would, but I'm not good at it.
I just remember that. You play pool? I'm all right.
I don't know that I said I'm all right.
No, I said I was all right.
Oh, you said you're all right. Okay. Yeah.
So,
yeah, he knows how to play. I do not. I mean, I can hit the ball, but that's about it.
Happy birthday, JV.
Thank you, Knight Rider.
All right, let's see. You two are so funny together. When are we going to see a blooper reel? I mean, every time we talk. It's
just every show's a blooper reel.
Yeah. But would you ever do an investigation with Grant Wilson again? I mean, yeah, Grant's got my number, so he doesn't live around here anymore, but yeah. So, let's see. Jerry, bringing back the dude run moment, Ghost Hunters. Can you say you've ever had a time that jarred you enough you almost did run during an investigation. I've never had a time in my life that I've run during an investigation. Never.
No, I've never seen you run ever. The only thing that came close that I
Well, you
have
almost
read.
make it sound like I'm very
No, that's what I
unathletic.
mean. So,
No, I do run, but
yeah, you do run, but not from noise or whatever. But the only time that I would say was even close to that was when we were in the basement in White Hill Mansion, and there was no running, but that noise that was coming from that dark corner.
yeah. I
And
ran
you're
outside to find out what the hell it was.
Well, you
yeah.
did that, but you also like we both kind of backed away from the corner because like that should not be coming from that corner. It was loud. It was something like someone was trying to break through the wall, and we never found a source. You ran outside and looked around to make sure no one was trying to like bang on a window or something, and yeah, there was nothing there. That was a pretty cool. That was a pretty cool event. Pretty cool happening.
To trust your investigations, what the most haunted place you have investigated? Curious to know. Honestly, some of the best places I think have been Waverly Hills, St. Augustine Lighthouse, Stanley Hotel in Colorado. I mean, every time I've gone there, we've had activity.
Old jail was pretty cool too. That was recent.
The old jail was
Fresh.
really good. Yeah.
Fresh, yeah.
Yeah. What does this mean, Melissa? If there was a smell-o-vision, what smell would the three of
Oh, you do not want to ask that question. You do not want to ask that question.
I don't know. I mean, I smell pretty good.
Yeah. Downy.
Downy. Let's see. Ever seen a winged figure or shadow? I don't think so. I mean, but you question if it's wings. I think seen a shadow that has strange designs, strange forms to it, but I don't think I could ever say it was wings. All right, here's a good question. Jim, do you believe in the devil as an entity? I had some weird knockings, like someone shutting cabinet doors all along. It's not mice, got on the camera. If something made big noise, couldn't find cause. Weird. Got an idea of a cause. Well, I mean, I'd have to be there to actually give you an idea of what I thought it was, but I don't believe the devil as per like biblical terms, I guess. I believe in negative type entities. I just can't sit here and say that it's the devil or anything like that.
I believe in the evil as defined, as not necessarily as defined by the Bible, but as sometimes I think the Bible uses a lot of metaphors and a lot of symbolism. So I don't know that there's a humanoid figure that we call the devil or Satan or whatever it is, but I do believe that evil exists, and it is a counter to the good that exists in God. And but I don't believe the devil's banging cabinet doors or messing in those types of ways. I do think we see its influence. If we want to call it the devil, we see its influence in the world in a lot of places, but it's probably not in our kitchen banging cabinets.
All right. Let's see. Do you ever watch old Ghost Hunters episodes? My bad for asking if you. I don't, because I already watched them prior to them ever airing, because I had to watch them and sign off on them or say I want this added or whatever else. So I don't watch it. But then again, I don't watch any paranormal television. I feel like I'd be scrutinizing it all.
And mad. I get mad when I watch other investigators on TV because it's just like, what are you're just doing this for attention? Please stop. It drives me kind of crazy.
All right, Ms. We all know the locations that infamously rigged things to make fake paranormal activity. You ever investigate other places? Yes, 100%. We found people who've built speakers into the walls. Yeah, I mean, the list goes on and on. There's been quite a few of them.
Yeah, like I said earlier, in what I've learned since doing this, there are really some creative ways that people go to make you believe their place is haunted, and whether it's something on a video or a photograph or something that you experience when you're there, you got to be very, very cautious and take everything skeptically. And if you look for answers, can't find any answers, then maybe you've got something on your hands.
But then, then again, also, I think it falls on paranormal investigators too, because if they're not looking for the
Exactly.
real explanation, then they're not helping the field. They're not helping push it forward. And yeah, so you really you need to. I mean, some people just want to be happy saying a place is haunted instead of finding the actual cause of what's going on. So, all right, I give it
Yeah,
$5.
actually, you know what, Jay? I just want to
Yeah.
pick up on that. That's a great point because, I know a lot of investigators that are so eager to have an experience that they don't question what's happening in the room around them or what's happening to them. It's automatically a ghost or it's automatically, a spirit of some kind. And if that's the way that's what they're looking for out of their work in the paranormal, I'm not going to criticize it. That's their deal. It's not my deal. It's their deal. But if you're serious about it, you got to question everything. You have to.
Yeah, I mean, if every video you load up is the most terrifying house in the world or whatever, I think it's the problem with the investigator, not the police's. Thank you for the $5 super chat there, Enchanted Rose Books. Last question: what are your thoughts on mimics? Go ahead, Jimmy.
Well, I don't know. I've never encountered one, so I don't really have thoughts. I'd like to.
The
I'd like
ones that
to.
like mimic your voice. And,
Yeah.
and
I mean,
mimic your look.
I
It's
suppose
spooky as hell.
Yeah, I suppose if you bring that up, I think actually we've been together and we've heard some voice mimicking. So I guess I have in that respect. It is spooky, and I don't know what it means. I don't have an explanation for it.
Let's see. Let's see. George, was Grant's coat tugged fake? I actually did a video on my page, on the YouTube page, Coming Clean. And, because Beardo, I Get Scared, did a great video breaking it down. And he was really respectful doing it. And I'm happy he did because we became good friends out of that. I watched the breakdown of it. Now, I don't think Grant would have done that. And, I looked, I didn't see anything. But are there questions that need to be answered? Yeah, I 100% think so. Because I can see both sides of that. A lot of people, they weren't there, so they can draw their own, they draw their own conclusions. But from what I saw, I don't believe it. I don't think it was. But then again, I can't argue with some of the breakdowns of what people saw or how they saw it. So, I mean, I think you need to research it. You need to look at the sites that say he did and the sites that say he didn't. Look at my video, and draw your own conclusion on it. So, let's see. What other investigators' channels do you trust for correct information and true investigating? No extra BS. I don't know. I mean, I don't watch a lot of. I don't watch really other investigators' videos because the thing is, I always feel like I'm going to scrutinize it. I'm going to scrutinize that person, and I don't want to do that because that's not what this is about to me. I think everybody investigates differently, and that's what helps push the field forward. So, yeah, there's people who I've talked with doing collaborations with and stuff, and we'll see if that happens in the future. But yeah, I mean, we did a collab with Kalani. I mean, he was great.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
all right. Oh, thanks for becoming a member, Maggie. Yeah, Ms. asked, I'm not sure if it's been asked yet, but have you ever had a moment when you thought something may have followed you home from an investigation? So what happened? I have not. I mean, stuff's more than, I'm okay with it following me home. I could investigate from sitting on my couch. That'd be great.
That'd be a lot easier than getting in the car and going somewhere.
Really would. My gosh. Oh.
Yeah, the only time I even question that, I've never felt something's come home with me. But I did come back from an investigation that was kind of crazy one time, and I had all this weird trouble with my car. A wheel almost fell off. There's just a series of things that were really, really strange that made me think, maybe there's something related to the investigation. I don't think that now, but at the time I did.
All right, Sherry, thank you for the $10 super chat. How does a spirit ghost decide if it wants to be residual haunt or intelligent haunt? I don't think it has a choice in that. So a residual haunt is like a tape player rewinding and playing itself over and over again. It's a traumatic experience that's the energy is absorbed into something. So it's not really that there's a spirit there in the first place. It's like turning on a TV of an old show or something. It's just playing. Yeah, so an intelligent haunt is very different. That's like after we pass and we're trying to communicate. So I think those are two totally different types of haunts. All right, let's see here. Carla, does Matt Rife own the Conjuring House? No, he does not. No, no.
Carla's got some catching up to do.
Yeah, they purchased the Warrens' house, Matt and Elton, out in Monroe, Connecticut, I think it is. So,
Someone said they're charging $2,500 a night or something to go there.
oh yeah.
I just saw that in chat somewhere. I don't know if it's true.
All right, so what Ms. is referring to here is I was at an event, and Jimmy, you know about this, and Larry Flint, who was still alive back then, who used to own Hustler magazine, created a video. Now, if you ever want to look at something, make sure no kids are around, but look up This Ain't Ghost Hunters, adult movie. And Larry Flint had sent his people with a duffel bag full of them. They were all autographed to me at a convention. And I mean, the video has people like Dave Wango and stuff in it. And yeah, so so I had this duffel bag full of these things. How the hell am I supposed to get rid of them? I can't put them in the garbage because the garbage man's going to see them. I can't. I just stick them in a duffel bag in like the back of my attic, and it's like, oh my god, I don't even know. So yes, there's the duffel bag story, Ms.
That's hilarious.
Oh my gosh. Let's see. Thanks for the $5 super chat. Creepy CVP that you've caught. Been a fan since childhood. Love the dynamic between you two. Thanks for doing this channel. Oh, I mean, there's been some creepy EVPs. The ones that say your name.
Well, I was just going to say, if you watch the old jail investigation that we just did not long ago, there was the EVP that said, well, I mean, it could be interpreted in many ways, but one interpretation was hang JV. It was the old jail where people were hung or hanged, and it said something JV. It could have said hang JV. That was really creepy to me.
Yeah. So, all right. Are outdoor-indoor investigations better for actual proof? Indoor is more controlled. Outdoor, you have to deal with everything from bugs, animals. And there's a lot of contamination. So I could never really put any belief into something caught outside. So.
And it's a shame because there are so many cool outdoor locations that you'd really like to be able to put the same kind of effort into. But again, the risk of contamination is so high that almost anything you catch, you're going to have to question.
Sherry Wagner. I love that Beardo wore the Conjuring House bracelet at his award ceremony. That's awesome. That's good. Yeah, so that's one of these. It's like Conjuring House.
Very cool.
Yeah. I mean, those are right on... if you haven't checked it out yet, check out the page savetheconjuringhouse.com, and all profits from that, everything from that goes into an account that's specifically designed for the house to help fix it up and get it going. So when we finally save this house, we'll be able to do that and get it open for everybody to be able to go there. So check it out, savetheconjuringhouse.com. So, all right. All right, Haas Black Silver. Have you two considered going to the BRR days and cover other forms of paranormal, UFOs, cryptos on the channel? We have.
Yeah, we absolutely talk about investigating other types of phenomena as well, especially now that all these government releases of video footage from UFO sightings and alien discussions are really, really. We're getting new information all the time, and there's these areas in the country that seem to have this high propensity for this type of activity, and those would be really cool to go check out. It's just a different form of investigating, and we've talked about it a lot.
All right, let's see. How would you like to see the paranormal community evolve over the next 10 years? Well, I would love to see them stop believing in shit like dolls that are running around and tormenting people. That'd be a great start. Yeah, I would like to see electrical engineers still involved in the field, helping to design newer equipment that can cover things like infrasound and things like that. Yeah, and I would just love to see people start looking for. I can't say people to start looking. I mean, I would love to see less so-called demons and everything, and and people to start calling out that bullshit, and just more and more people looking for the truth and stuff, and don't take what somebody says as gospel. Let's just, I mean, come on. People say a lot of things, as I've found out over the last 8-9 months. Yeah, let's just say, don't believe everything you hear. You got anything to add to that, Jim?
Yeah, I'd like to see the paranormal evolved into a community of apes that rule the world. Like the Planet of the Apes.
All right.
No, let me just give a serious answer to that too. First of all, everything you said, I agree with, and I want to see less reliance on silly gadgets like phone apps and some other things that just we're being sold a bill of goods on a lot of this stuff. Let's go back to some common sense approach to investigating our eyes and ears and some basic measuring devices and recording equipment, video and audio, and let's get our heads back into it and stop letting the phones and the iPads and the tablets and all this stuff do the work for us when they're really not doing the work. They're just giving you an entertainment value.
Meg, thank you for the $4.99 super chat. Speaking of trademarks, it's Ghost Hunters trademark. Yeah, so I'm not concerned about that. I've worked directly with Lionsgate on that. So, and Lionsgate has a lot of attorneys. So
they have a lot.
They have a lot of attorneys. Let's see. Ed, celebrating 24 months. Thanks. I didn't even realize we were on.
Wow.
We were doing this for 24 months.
Crazy.
What is your opinion of the house in between? Honestly, Steve gave me a signed copy of it. I have it here. I've never opened it because it's signed, and he signed it on the top of the cover. If I rip off the plastic, I won't be able to watch it. So I haven't actually checked it out, but a good friend of mine, Kendall, was the camera guy there, and yeah, I'll have to check it out at some point.
So I got to tell this story, and I probably shouldn't tell it, but my buddy just texted me, and he's moving. He bought a new house, and he was going through the attic, and he found. I'm sure I'm going to hold this up. I probably shouldn't, but he found a Playboy magazine from the '90s featuring Vanna White. And he sent it to me, and he said, they've got some good articles about Vanna White in here. I bet they do. But I think that's probably valuable, don't you think?
Yeah, I guess. I
mean, aren't they collectibles? Like that kind of thing?
I have no idea. I have no idea when it comes down to it.
Anyway, I just thought it was hilarious.
Let's see. Hang on. All right. Why not trademark the real Conjuring House? Well, I mean, there's stuff going on right now, but right now, honestly, I think it's more just the fact that I don't want to see others trademark something using something that they don't own. And but yeah, we're dealing with the trademark authority and a bunch of different things. So we'll see where that goes. Let's see. Where can we members see how long we have been members?
I don't know.
Yeah. You know what? I don't know the answer to that. Yeah, I don't know on that one. Yep, there's Jen. If you click the button on the right, it'll tell. Thank you, Jen.
Thanks, Jen.
She is a lifesaver. She really is. Let's give Jen a big thanks. I mean, she's always there, handling everything for us. Do you still think back to the spirit you and Grant saw at the Birdcage Theater? That seemed really rocky. Honestly, that was amazing because I had an experience and Grant had an experience, and we didn't want to say it to each other because we didn't want to, lead the other. And I mean, the Birdcage Theater was a wild place, and initially thought that thing was I thought it was a mannequin. It just moved. It was wild. All right. Kelsey, thank you for the $5 super chat. Peanut's dad wants to know what your thoughts are on Bobby Mackey's and if you ever investigated there. I did investigate Bobby Mackey's. It's been since torn down.
Yeah, well, they tore it down like, what, 3-4 years ago?
Yeah.
Yeah. I never got to investigate there, so I don't have an opinion. I've heard a lot of people thought it was a great place. What was your experience?
I mean, the stories of the place that were out there weren't true because the girl's head was never found in the well and everything else. I mean, she was found in an apple orchard a couple miles down the road. I mean, it was an interesting place. Thing is, you had to take everything you've ever heard about the place and throw it out. So, was there anyone that the network tried telling you to cast on Ghost Hunters? Anyone they told you that you couldn't have on the show that you wanted? How much? So, so if we go back to the sci-fi days, there wasn't anybody they told us that we had to have on the network. They had no control on that. But there were some people, like at one point, Dana White from the UFC and Randy Couture wanted to do an episode. Sci-Fi said no because I have no idea why they said that. Yeah, it's. I mean, there are some other musicians that they didn't want us to have on the show. Yeah, I mean, there was a few, and every so often, if we did a live, they would push a wrestler on us, but. Would you go back to Eastern State Penitentiary in a heartbeat, man? Jimmy, you've never been there, right?
I have been there.
Oh, you have?
Mm-hmm.
And how was it for you?
Well, I was there with events and groups. So it wasn't, the kind of investigation that we would normally do.
Weren't you there with me one year?
Yeah.
Tournament? Yeah. But yeah, we had like 300 plus people.
Yeah, exactly.
There.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, Jason, we're coming to Warwick November 6th for Comic-Con. You happen to be coming. No, I'm not going to be going to that one. So,
isn't that the same weekend as New Jersey?
Is it? Oh, I don't know.
I think it is.
Oh. I'll be at New Jersey Para Unity.
That's the 7th.
Let's see. Susan, Jason, isn't using pictures from the Conjuring House without permission in their evidence of trademark called copyright infringement? I'm not a trademark attorney, but I can tell you that there's a lot of discrepancies in things they did, and there's a lot of legal questions that come out of it. So, but I will let trademark attorneys handle this because that's a specific field. And yeah, but I mean, it already speaks wonders to know that we turned in our opposition packet and our evidence packet, and within an hour, the trademark authority said, "Whoa, hang on, there's something here." Yeah. So, yeah, and they'll have to handle that. So, but either way, and there's other avenues that we might go as well. So, yeah. Let's see. Regina, will you ever be coming to Brushy Mountain Prison? Yes, we will be. We were supposed to be going there last month.
Yeah.
And ended up having some other things come up, so we weren't able to do it. But yeah, we definitely plan to get out there and check it out. Just try to bang out a few different things right in that same area. So Mojo, Eureka Springs, Arkansas is one of favorite places to visit because watching you guys at the Crescent Hotel a long time ago. Did you ever go back again and maybe visit the basement? I would love to. I would love to get out there. A lot of people don't realize when we went to the Crescent Hotel, the first night we got there, we stayed up really late because we were going to be up for the next week. And like 5 in the morning, the building got struck by lightning and caught fire. And yeah, so that was just the start of a crazy ass 2 weeks out in Eureka Springs, Arkansas. So, Barbara, question: have you officially bought the Conjuring house? I would love to. I want to. I'm ready. I'm waiting. But having somebody not send us a payoff has been kind of a pain in the butt. But we're allowing the courts to handle that. So, and we're moving full steam ahead. And beyond that, we're moving full steam ahead on some other stuff. So, when do we vote on the Scent Shift name change? I thought the same thing Jim did. Sorry. What is your problem with it, Jim?
Okay, so sense shift, especially with these Invisaligners in my teeth, sense shift is a hard thing to say, and it really, you run the risk of saying sense, S-H-I-T. There's a whole bunch of things there. When you add that other syllable, sensory shift, it breaks it up so that you don't have those S's so close together, causing.
So you want to call it sensory shift. You want to add another S.
That's what I like to do. It flows off the tongue a little easier, at least for me.
All right, then for Jimmy's sake, his Invisalign's sake, and all that, we'll start calling it sensory shift.
Oh, see, thank you, Amy, for helping me fight that battle.
If you read this with Cody and Satori, if you get a bag or T-shirt from Jason's Save the Conjuring House website tonight, you get a free gift. So make sure you check that out. SaveTheConjuringHouse.com. Right here. No, that's not the one. So yes, here. There you go. SaveTheConjuringHouse.com. So make sure you guys check that out. Get a free gift with it. So, all right, let's see. So, let's see. Would you do network TV again? Yeah, as long as it was right. You know, the nice thing about Ghost Hunters is that I co-owned it. I didn't work for anybody. I didn't have to answer to anybody. I just did what I did. And I mean, if we're still in a situation like that, absolutely, because then I never have to worry about somebody trying to change our evidence or manipulate something or make it seem like something happened that didn't. So
nobody's watching network TV anymore.
Well, some are.
Who said that? Who said that?
Some are, but yeah, I've realized, man, it's yeah. I mean, these streaming networks have kind of shot themselves in the foot.
Well, that too. The whole
and then they get you locked in, and then they keep on boosting up the rates. I think when I started streaming some of them, they were like $7 a month, and now some of them are
they're
like
$25. Yeah, it's crazy. I'd like to know in chat how many people in chat have cable still, and how many have gotten rid of it. I'd like to see that.
Yeah, I think really the only thing I have, I get the internet through the cable companies because I'm jacking that up too.
And that's the only option we've got here is just Spectrum for decent internet, unless you go like Starlink or something.
Which, yeah, I mean, I'm sure that's probably a crazy fee.
I think Starlink isn't too bad compared to what the cable companies are charging. I think for $100 a month, you can get great service with Starlink, and that's what Spectrum charges. I have seen 100 people answer, and everybody has gotten rid of cable, except
besides the Conjuring House. Anything else you've investigated in Rhode Island? I've investigated tons of things throughout Rhode Island. Everything from Aldridge Mansion down. I mean, yeah.
Jay, can you do an official like a poll in the chat for people to answer so we can keep track of the numbers? Can you actually do that?
I would think I would have had to have set that up.
Maybe Jen knows how. I don't know. I know there's a way to do it. Occasionally it shows up. I just don't know where it is.
Nancy. Oh, how are Story and Cody doing? Cutest couple ever. They're doing good. They're doing good. let's see here. Where are the new episodes at for streaming? Well, you could check out my YouTube page. It's just youtube.com/Jason Hawes. That's a lot of the new videos we've been putting up. As for Ghost Hunters, I mean, you can find us. We've got a bunch of fast channels, whether it be Freevee, whether it be Roku channel. I mean, the list goes on and on. All right. So, what is your vision for the Conjuring House? Do you want to do educational seminars or tours? I'd like to do it all. I'd like to set it up where, first off, people can go there without spending a fortune. People can go for tours of the property. They can go investigate the property. Also, I'd love to have some sort of a museum set up there where you can see tools of the trade, historical tools that would have been used on the property, right down to paranormal equipment, right down to skeptical equipment. I think it's important to cover all sides of everything, because so a lot of people out there sit there and say, "Oh, the debunkers are bad." No, the debunkers help keep a lot of the community in line. Yeah, don't get me wrong. There's some toxic individuals out there who make it go in a certain direction. It doesn't need to be. But I think the majority of debunkers are a highly positive thing for this community, and you need them, because without them, the field goes unchecked. And then you get people running around saying, they've got this possessed object or that possessed object or all this other BS that's out there. So, yeah. So I think the Conjuring House could be, I think it could be in the gray area that all sides could come to and work together in. I think it'd be great having, somebody from the skeptical society there giving ideas, and as well as somebody from the paranormal research side. So. Ross High Paranormal. Jason, when are you going to let me interview you? I mean, we can try to figure that out. It's, if you can send me a message on Facebook or on YouTube, we can try to work that out. Kathleen, how's Austin doing? He loves investigating basements by himself. Yeah, he had a great time at that SK Pierce basement, right, Jim?
Yeah, so funny. That was so funny.
Let's see. Referring to my super chat question, did Sci-Fi try to fake or embellish any of the? No, not at all. So if they had done any of that, it would have been a breach of my contract, and it would have shut the show down. So, which was right in my contract. They weren't allowed to touch, and Sci-Fi never touched the show anyways, because everything came from us and the production company, and we had the show made up, and then we would send it to Sci-Fi. So they had no control over any of that. There you go, Jimmy. Sherry Wagner says, just process seashells down by the seashore.
She sells seashells down by the seashore.
She wrote seashells. She
sells seashells down by the seashore. I just don't want to have to work that hard. There's no reason to have to work that hard. Make it easy.
Let's see. Patty, do you believe the Conjuring House is active today as when Andrea Perron lived there with her family? I'm not sure. To be honest with you, I haven't spent time investigating the location. I also haven't really spent time researching a lot of the things, because here's the thing. If I was to, so say all said and done, we own the house, we're moving forward, I don't want to be that guy who then is investigating the property and putting stuff out there, and then we're going to have all these people being like, anything he catches is to get people to go there. So I want people to go there and draw their own conclusions. I want people to be able to go there and have their own experiences or debunks and put it out there. So that makes sense, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's smart, especially in the beginning.
I mean, even when we owned the Spalding Inn. Now, Jimmy will tell you, the Spalding Inn was an extremely active location, to the point where the kids would not sleep.
They wouldn't stay
They
in their
wouldn't.
rooms.
They wouldn't. I mean, Jim's son numerous times was like, "No, I'm not staying in there. The bedroom drawer just open,
The
dresser drawer just
dresser, yeah.
open and closed by itself."
Yep.
And when I was asked to do an investigation there with Sci-Fi, I said no. I said I don't want to, because the minute it's going to seem like self-promoting. So I said, if you want, you can have the international team check it out, but I'm not going to do it. So yeah, so it's always about just keeping it real and not playing a biasness. So. All right. Noah, my special needs son, was wondering how you know Meatloaf. He said he wanted to hear Meatloaf's story. Oh, I know Meatloaf. So I kept on getting these emails from somebody, actually all the way back to MySpace days, and kept on saying, "Hey, it's Meatloaf." And I always thought somebody was just pulling a prank on me. And I was in an airport, and I got a phone call, and I picked it up, and I hear the first things out of his mouth is Hawes. I go, "Yeah, who's this?" He goes, "It's Meatloaf." I go, and I probably shouldn't have. I go, "F you, it is." And I hung up the phone on him. So, and you can see I've told the story 1,000 times, but very quickly after, my phone rings again, and it's Craig Beligian, owner of Pilgrim Films. And he says, "Hey, don't hang up the phone. It's really Meatloaf, and he's here in the office." And he had been trying to get in touch with me for like a year and a half, 2 years. He was a huge fan and just a diehard paranormal fan. And from there, we just struck up a friendship that, I mean, he became family. He really did. I mean, he was family to all my family. So he'd be giving my kids friggin' football advice. He'd be trying to get Haley to take her first shot at his concert.
Oh my God.
Man, she's not even 21 yet. So yeah, he was a good guy. He really was. So let's see. I was surprised to hear Matt Rife has bought the evil doll. I don't think there's anything evil about that doll, but have you met him yet? No, I haven't. I haven't met Matt, so I've never spoken to him or anything. I've spoken briefly to his partner, but yeah.
So there's a comment that's scrolled through a couple times that I want to make sure we get a chance to answer. I know that Aaron's watching these pretty closely, but the old bank fisherman says, "We've seen disclosures on UAPs go mainstream. Do you believe disclosures for the rest of the paranormal will ever gain traction?" I guess my question is, from where? Do you think the U.S. government has paranormal files like the X-Files where they have information about ghosts and the afterlife that they're keeping from us? Is that what you're suggesting? And I'm not asking this to be a smartass. I really am not sure what you mean, but I guess I need to know what you mean before we can answer. Am I missing something, Jay? On that?
No.
Okay.
I think that's it. How did you meet John? I bought a lake house, and John lived on the other side of it, and I think we ran into each other somewhere like 20 years ago out jet skiing and just became good friends. I mean, yeah. So, all right, let's see. What happens next regarding the house and ownership? Well, we let the court handle us getting a payoff, because that's what it's come down to. And yeah, once we get all set with that and we can close on the house, we're moving forward with other lawsuits. So, will anyone be allowed to go to the Conjuring House? Will it just be for groups, or how's that going to work? I mean, I want to make it so anybody can afford to go there. So it won't be just for groups, no. And it won't be like before. I mean, where people were getting yelled at for pulling in the parking lot. Nope. It'll be a place where everybody's respected. Bottom line, everybody's beliefs respected. I mean, everybody's respected in general. What the hell are you laughing about?
Cody and Satori, the comment, because somebody asked, is the free gift a jet boat? And I don't know if it's Cody or Satori, whoever's in the commenting there, said, "Unfortunately, we're fresh out of jet boats, but we might have cans of spray tan available."
What the hell is that? I've never been accused of spray tan. Spray tan. I mean, it's like, look at this head. That's not. I mean, those are sunspots.
Yes, they are.
It's like, what the hell? Jesus, so stupid.
It's very funny.
Jacob, that's what it's worth. You have my trust. You stuck to the truth. Thank you for being a believer. Oh, thank you, Jacob. Means everything, man. Michael, did you like my idea to allow corporate sponsors and calling it OnlyFans Presents a Conjuring?
A lot of people making a lot of money over there, from what I understand.
Oh yeah, all right. I see it, Kelly. That's yeah. A jet boat to you. A jet boat to you. You get a jet boat. You get a jet boat.
Jet boats.
Oh gosh, Dorothy, did your team ever get paid for your appearance at Las Vegas Paracon? Was so thrilled to be. No, and we went there knowing that. I mean, we knew ahead of time that we were going to get screwed. So, man, we didn't even have our hotel rooms paid. But you know what? We had promoted that we'd be there, and a bunch of people were going for that. So we all decided that no matter what, we were going to show up. And yeah, so no, it ended up costing us quite a bit. But you know what? It was worth it because we got to meet up with everybody and hang out with everybody. Because again, it's never been about the money to us. Only phantoms. There you go, Miz.
Nice.
Oh, man. Let's see. Oh, I know you saw thousands of people at Pennhurst this year. But do you remember a little boy that wanted you to sign his K2 me? Yes. Yep, sure do. Oh, that's awesome. That's great. Troy, are there any TAPS teams left? Yeah. TAPS team right here in Rhode Island, main base. And then you have TAPS family teams all over the world. There's like 72 other TAPS family teams throughout the US, and there's like 15 or 16 in other countries. If you go to tapsfamily.com, you can actually see the world map of all the TAPS family groups. Bitter troll. Does the jet boat transform into a robot? Not yet. Oh, here's a good one, Jim. No, we never got that camera back.
We didn't. No trace of it.
That was yeah.
Oh, that was in Norwich.
Norwich,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
We set up the camera. We went to grab something to eat. Came back and it was gone.
Crazy.
Yep. Somebody. Hopefully, you didn't have any of those home videos on the thing.
Well, I asked you to erase them. I asked you to erase them.
I mean, I didn't know how to work the camera except hold it when you asked me to.
The only good thing about, well, there's nothing good about it, but at least it wasn't one of the more expensive cameras. That's all I can say. It was one of the static cams.
Actually, the name Satori, I came up with that because if you're familiar with yin and yang, the original was Zen and Satori. And the word Satori is a Buddhist word. It stood for infinite awareness and just open. So I felt that name was perfect for her. So how does one apply for a TAPS family team? Well, Andrew, if you go to the TAPS family, you can, I think there's a membership thing there, and it doesn't have my involvement. It has the TAPS family managers who they run it. They decide on the teams. They go for, you've got to existed for a certain amount of time. You have to have past credentials, and all TAPS family members and teams go through every year they do a criminal background check, because we don't ever want to send anybody to somebody's house that has a criminal history. And yeah, so you can check it right there. You got Marie and Angela and them and Regina. I mean, they're just phenomenal people who run it. So, all right. Well, thank you for the $9.99 super chat, Beth.
Thanks, Beth.
You're such a sweetheart, hon. Let's see. Hopefully you'll see my comment again. What do you think is a reasonable amount to charge people? Are we referring to the Conjuring House thing? I mean, honestly, that's up in the air right now. It's got to be one of those things where I know that people are being charged like $2,000 a night to investigate. That's just outrageous. And I think you can get it down. Yeah, I mean, shit. I think if people spend $80 to $100 to investigate, that seems reasonable. I mean, there's no reason to outrageous. I mean, just screw people. The whole thing's just crazy to me. So, and I could never justify charging people $1,500, $2,000 a night. It just makes no sense to me. I mean, geez, remember when I owned the hotel gym, people would rent out a room. It was like $130. You want to investigate? Go investigate.
Yeah, exactly.
It was whatever. Have fun.
And they
Enjoy
would.
yourself.
And they would. Yeah.
Yeah. It was never about, how can I get more money out of them? How can I do this? How can I do that? No, because it's never been about that.
You and I would investigate the bar.
We investigated the bar many nights. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Let's see. Hang on. Nicole, your number one fans, Jacob and Paisley, say hello, along with their big brothers, Alex and Derek. Aw. We hope you had a wonderful Father's Day. Do you ever get a chance to look over the video clips and stills I sent you? I have not looked at those yet, hun. Sorry, it's been kind of a crazy month since we got back from Pennhurst, but I will. I'll check those out. Okay, and give them a big hug from me and tell them I said hi. Nicholas, how much are the K2s? What K2s?
Just our K2s. How much are
Oh,
K2s?
I have no idea. I don't know what people are charging for those.
Yeah, they're not that expensive. I know we just bought a bunch. I think you can get them for less than $20.
Let's see. The guy from Overnight posted an Instagram story the other day talking about Conjuring House situation. He claims he has years of evidence of manipulation and claims someone is a felon. What do you think? When I did my video the other day, I showed receipts. I showed evidence of everything. I'd love to see it. I'd love to see it because, again, people could say anything. Where's the evidence? It's just like somebody could say something is haunted. Where's the evidence to support that it's haunted? So, yeah, I know I'm not a felon, so know that for a fact. And, yeah, and 6 years of evidence of manipulation and claim. I don't even know what the hell that's in reference to. 6 years. I mean, are we talking about the Conjuring House? Because then we'd be going back to what prior to even Jacqueline buying it. So I don't know. I think it's a lot of, if I'm not going to get this, I'm going to, try to destroy it. So
Yeah, scorched earth.
yeah, to each their own. I mean, I think people see through it. So, and felon, feel free to share whatever information. JV, did you see some of the timestamps I put in the Hoover investigation?
Taryn, where is that in the comments? Is that what you're talking about? Because I'm not sure I didn't see them, obviously, so I don't know where you mean. Comments? If so, I'll look.
Jason, what if you did a raffle where a group can investigate the free during Halloween or something? Honestly, we just got to secure the property first and then just make sure we get it fixed up and up to code where everybody's going to be safe. And then we can try to figure out the rest of it from there. So, but let's see. Oh, Paranormal Empire coming in. Thank you so much. His 8 IG post, would you trust someone who admits to filming and saving stuff to use against you just in case? If I was his current friends, I would be side-eyeing that. Who does that? Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. I think I saw a side-eye guy actually did a video the other night talking about this thing too, or claiming saves all old phones and stuff. And I don't know.
What? Do I dare ask what we're talking about? Who we're talking about?
The individual who I've been having issues with. I think he posted some Instagram thing the other night and just said, like, randomly was saying that he's not a felon, but he has proof somebody is. And
what's wrong with these people?
And some people were asking me, because I received message, people like, do you have a felony charge? I'm like, nope. So, all right. And then something about a wedding, and it's like, don't trust people that don't trust you. It was like most cryptic, whatever. Just like a weird rant. let's see. Entity 7. What's the most embarrassing thing that has happened on an investigation? What is the most embarrassing thing that's happened on an investigation? Honestly, I don't know. What do you think, Jim? Most embarrassing thing that's happened on an investigation?
Well, the beautiful thing about the way we do these investigations is that if it's truly embarrassing, we edit it out. So I don't even remember what those things might be. Maybe it was the time you wore the IR was projecting through your clothes, and we saw that you were wearing women's underwear. Maybe that was the time.
But I'm wearing women's underwear right now. Do you remember those old Sony cams back?
Yes.
It was
like
early 90s.
It was like X-ray vision.
Yeah, it was the 90s. If you look up, there was a problem with the Sony cams way back in the 90s where it was like too hot and you would see through clothing. But as for embarrassing things on investigate, I mean, honestly, I think it was that everybody got to see how terrified I am of bats. But you know what? We put it in the video.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, whatever.
Exactly.
You know, this is how it is. You know, I'm terrified of bats. So yeah. As for Jimmy, I don't know. Well, his stomach makes so much sound.
My stomach and my nose both are pretty noisy.
Always like cheese pizza.
I'm sure if I had time to sit and think about it, I'm sure there are plenty of embarrassing things.
You heard of or seen ghost theory? You know what? The name sounds familiar. You know what? I'm gonna write that down because I want to look into that later. All right. I think it's a group, right? So. Is that individual confidential or a way to find it if we look? I think you can find it. I think from what I was told, it was posted on like an Instagram story or something. So, yeah. Let's see. You still have Steve and Dave. Yeah, Steve and Dave still very good friends. They're like family. All right. What left you guys speechless during an investigation? Let's see. Sorry, it's not coming up. There it goes. The one thing that left you guys speechless on an investigation.
I think if you go back through our investigations, there are several times where we're both like, "What?" You know, that kind of speechless. You know, we've encountered some pretty cool things, and I know that you have too. You know, in all the Ghost Hunter days and all that stuff, Jay. So there's probably a lot of those things that would fall into that category.
All right, we'll take just another question or two. Let's see. Do you think you come back to Sterling Mine in New Jersey? I had a blast there.
That was great.
I'd love to check it out again.
Great place, and thanks to John for setting that up for us.
All right. Let's see. And why did Grant leave the show? Grant left the show for his own personal issues. I think he explained family reasons and stuff like that. So there wasn't a falling out or anything. It's like, I think, what was his name? Joey or whatever it was said earlier. And Grant left the show for his own personal reasons. It's so, yeah. Anyways. All right. Well, we've been going an hour and a half, man. Guys, I think we're going to call it a night. But we just wanted to hop on here, do a live, just answer questions, say hello. But yeah, if you want to check out that person's Instagram thing, I'm sure all you got to do is look it up online and go from there. But yeah, from there. All right, man. Well, hey, everybody, stay safe, keep it real, and on to the next. Talk to you soon.